La da da dee da 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 da. La da da dee da 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 da. La da da dee da 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 dee da da dee da 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 da. Looking back on all the time we spent together, you ought to know by now if you wanna be my lover, wanna be my lover, wanna be my lover.
Thanks for all your support and great movies.
motherfucker. Goddamn. Sam Hype. Bitch, I'm the man. Hey, I need to juice it up a little bit. Should I juice it up a little bit? Should I juice it up a little tiny, teeny, tiny, teeny bit? All right, let's do it. Let's juice it up a teeny tiny bit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, open up your fucking mind holes. I'm about to gape them with film. Hey now! Hey now! The shirtless bartender, thank you. God, I'm so juiced now. All right. All right. Let's bring it back down. How's everybody doing?
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Hey everybody, I'm Will Neff.
I sent you a DM on Instagram, but if you want them, I have every EP of Aussie Survivor Seasons 1.
Oh? The streaming site we've been using has been working pretty well. If it goes down again, that'd be great. I'll show you my fantasy team in a second. What is this clip?
I know. I don't worry. I'm telling them.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Although to be
You
fair,
are a golden god.
Oh,
Let me live my life. Cause she's got a greatest. He's got a greatest. Thank you, Stevie Jojo. How's everybody doing? Just drinking my coffee. Professor's getting ready. Professor is getting ready. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of business to cover. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lot of business to cover.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go from the least interesting to the most interesting. Okay? I will start least interesting and we'll go more interesting. I did my fantasy draft today.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
I did my fantasy draft
Film
today.
After burning. Just watched I Saw the Devil and Memories of Murder. You're the best dad.
Bro, you are deep in the Korean film.
That's very cool.
That's sick. Yeah, I drafted 5 quarterbacks. I know most people won't care about this, but for those of you who care, you want to see my fantasy team. I'm not going to lie. I got a shot. I got a shot here. This is not a bad team. This is not a bad team. I got Justin Fields at the QB spot. Justin Jefferson as my WR1. Garrett Wilson as my WR2. Najee Harris in the 1 spot for running back. Damon Pierce as my number 2 running back. Dallas Goedert at the tight end. Drake London as my flex. Dalvin Cook as one of my backup running backs. If Brees re-aggravates his injury, this man's going to go crazy. Christian Kirk as a backup wide receiver. A.J. Dillon as just a decent running back. I think he'll get points. Odell Beckham Jr. I am shocked how low his value is. They gave this boy $12 million. He might get hurt, but as a late round pick, they're going to throw him the ball. Kirk Cousins as a backup QB. to back up Justin Fields in case he gets hurt or he's not doing his job. And Kenny Gainwell. Pick players on good teams. And Harrison Butker, my kicker. Love having a good kicker. But the New York Jets defense. They're going to put up points this year.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Toku.
I'm not going to lie. This is a feast or famine team. This is a feast or famine team right here. 8-man team. No, this is a 10-man league. This is a 10-man league. This right here, QB, wide receiver, this is the meat of my order. These dudes are absolutely going to go buck.
Let's go.
Absolutely going to go buck. The three of them, no bullshit.
Oh, yeah,
The three of them
cool.
It's
might
pretty
each have at least 17 points every week. These guys are going to go fucking potatoes. What pick did you have? I had the number 1 overall pick. I don't know how that happened.
Oh yeah, wow,
Anyway.
that's very cool.
Jets defense will be good in real life, but having to play the Bills, Cowboys, and Chiefs in the first 4 weeks is so rough for fantasy purposes.
I don't know. That is if they don't get 4 sacks a game. If they get 4 sacks a game, it's a different story. And that Jets, I'm not even playing for interceptions. I don't even think they're going to be a great interception team. But I think the Jets are going to get 3 or 4 sacks every single fucking game. That front line is spooky scary. Spooky scary. So, I don't know. Q gonna eat. Q gonna. He'd be sitting in his lap. Quinnen Williams is a monster. Bro, Quinnen Williams getting 13 sacks in the practice game against the Panthers is the most ludicrous statistic of all time. That is sickening. That is actually sickening. That it was like, what? Wait, what? Yeah, dude. In the joint practice session against the Panthers, if you watch Hard Knocks, you can see it.
Oh, that's very cool.
He recorded
Did you
13
watch
sacks
the season final of League
against the Panthers starting O-line. Now, granted, Panthers starting O-line is dog water, and it's practice, right? It's practice. But they have refs there, and they take it very seriously. And here's the thing. You know, you record 5 sacks in a practice sesh, whatever. But 13 is fucking, that's like smurfing. That's like sickening. Anyway. All I want is Chris Jones, but he wants 34 million.
Cool.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
This is
The guy I respect most in football, Rich Eisen, called this. He was like, Bosa's going to get paid and Jones is not. And that holdout is going to get ugly. And he's been saying this for weeks. And everybody was like, Rich, why do you think that? Rich, why do you think that? Rich, why do you think that? Dude, for every Kansas City Chiefs fan, I'm going to be real. Bosa's contract just made this so much more difficult for you. Bosa's contract just set the new bar. Oof. Oof. Duh. Jones says he's willing to sit out 8 weeks. Oh my God. Yikes. He's dug in. Are the 49ers winning it this season, Will? Are you talking about the Super Bowl? I think the 49ers are going to be a winning team. I would not give you good odds that the 49ers will win the Super Bowl. If I'm being real.
Oh yeah, wow.
If I'm being real, I wouldn't give you guys good odds.
Defensive holdout.
Yeah, Brian Burns, man. Bengals year? Nah. Guys, let me be real. Let me be real with you. Preseason, if I had to bet my house on a team, if I had a gun to my head and someone was like, you pick which team is going to win the Super Bowl right now, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the Eagles' year to lose this. Now, granted, I still think Kansas City Chiefs, you got to beat them. Kansas City Chiefs are going to be in the playoffs, and they're going to go deep in the playoffs. You got to knock off the Chiefs. You have to. Right? So it's the Chiefs to lose. But if I had to bet my fucking life right now, it's Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles just are such a complete football team, man. They are such a complete football team. It is disgusting. Let me put it this way. A lot of teams were playoff teams last year.
Cool.
Chiefs and Eagles were Super Bowl teams. The Eagles got better. They got a lot better this offseason. They got a lot better. The young guys that they have on that team, oh my God. And the draft broke their way. Oof. I just would not want to be playing the Eagles. I just would not want to be playing the Eagles. Cowboys, I'm going to be real. Cowboys might have Defensive Player of the Year on their team, and the Cowboys will make the playoffs, but the Cowboys have to go through the Eagles. And we'll see how that matchup goes, but I'm buying Eagles all day on that. Baker Mayfield feeling dangerous. Bucks winning it. Bucks might do better than you think. I'm being honest. The Bucks might do better than you think. The Bucks have a pretty fucking easy schedule. The Bucks have just a few sneaky wins on their schedule. And their division is so whack. But they're not a good football team. In fact, I think they are one of the teams that if you do not listen, your early season is Bears, Saints, Falcons, Texans, right? I think if you get to week 5 against the 49ers and you're like 1-3 or 0-4, they're gonna sell off everything, and that's a tank team right there. That's one of the potential tank teams right there. If I'm keeping it 100. What you see happening with the Vikings? I think the Vikings, everybody's buying doubt on the Vikings, man. Everybody's buying doubt on the Vikings. I haven't bought doubt on the Vikings yet. The Vikings have a hard schedule, man. I'm going to keep it 100. The Vikings have a hard fucking schedule. It's not an easy schedule. They play the Eagles, the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Bears, the 49ers, Packers, Bengals, Lions. Dude, the end of that season is wild. Bengals, Lions, Packers, Lions. Oh, God. Tough. They have weapons, though. I'm going to be honest. Jordan Addison is going to be a big question mark for you guys. If Jordan Addison shows up and is a legit WR2 for you guys, hell yeah. I hope you're right, because that means Justin Jefferson gets less focus on him. If Jordan Addison isn't the guy and every team doubles Justin Jefferson like they should, not going to be as easy a season. How'd your draft go? Well, I showed the team just a little while ago. Addison is really good. I agree. Anybody else want to ask some football questions in the next like 2 minutes before I flip over to something else? Will, have you ever watched rugby? I played rugby. I don't really watch it much.
Oh yeah, wow.
Most improved team, it's going to be the Lions for me. It's going to be the Lions for me. But they haven't played a game. But I think the Lions are going to have a good season. I've been saying it for a while.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very cool.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, wow.
Zelika and Jake. I'm 31 years old and I would like to get in the NFL, but I've never really watched games. Can you offer me some advice? Pick a team. Play some fantasy. And just kind of let yourself be okay with not understanding that everything that's going on at once. Will it be the most improved when the Lions have been an exciting young team the past 2 seasons? I don't know. You tell me. Because there's making the playoffs and there's not making the playoffs. Dude, the Jets have been exciting. No one gave a shit when the Jets were exciting. You know what I mean? There's a difference between taking games off people and people looking at their schedule and going, oh, fuck, we have to play the Lions.
Oh yeah, wow. That's very
That's,
cool.
She wants
you know,
till I sub.
there's a difference between being like a trap team that beats a lot of teams in a season or being a team that people look at their schedule and they're just like, golly. Jalen Waddle, future best wide receiver in the game. I'm going to buy heavy cap on that, honestly. She will on my Neff till I sub. Hell yeah. That's not to say that I don't like Waddle, by the way, and that's not to say that I don't like the Finns. I think the Finns are a really competitive football team, but best in the league? Dog, you got a lot of competition right now for that. You got some dogs in that wide receiver slot right now. Straight up dogs. Anybody else? Quick questions? A PR firm has been manipulating the Rotten Tomatoes scores for over 5 years by paying critics directly. Bro, I said this out loud. I just saw this on Twitter. Someone sent this to me on Twitter. I have said this multiple times that I am sure there has been score manipulation going on. AJ Saul, but now Quiet Part is out loud if that's confirmed. That's crazy. How many QBs will the Niners go through this year? 2. I think Brock Purdy is going to be fine. Brock Purdy might get hurt again for like 2 or 3 weeks, but from what I hear, Sam Darnold has been a good backup for them. He's been a good stopgap. And to be honest, of all the teams in the NFL right now, the Niners don't need, I mean, take this with a grain of salt. They don't need a good quarterback. They don't need like a guy who's going to throw 60 yards in the air on a line. They don't need a guy who's going to like scramble. They don't need any of that shit. They need a field general with a working brain. And Darnold is that if they get past Purdy, but I think Purdy is their guy. Titans underrated by a mile. I don't know. I think Treylon Burke has to show up. I think the Titans have a lot of question marks going into this season, if I'm being real. Is Deshaun Watson still an NFL starting caliber quarterback? Dude, Browns for me are a huge shrug emoji. The Browns are a huge shrug emoji. I have no idea. They could be a 12-win team. They could be a 5-win team. How do you feel about the Chiefs this year? How do I feel about a returning Super Bowl champion? Yeah, pretty good. When is Cooper Kupp coming back? Dude, no idea. What's your prediction for OBJ? I think OBJ is going to be good when he's healthy. They gave him $12 million. I think they're going to run that motherfucker. They're not going to protect him. Like, they paid him the kind of money where they're like, we're not protecting you, bro.
Oh, yeah, wow.
We're going to throw you the fucking ball
Green Bay fan
and you better make plays. And I think he's still able to,
us.
but he might get hurt big time again. But while he's healthy, why not? Are you playing SFan in your fantasy league? I don't think SFan is in our fantasy league. I think SFan, I love him. And the guy knows football. He is the worst with dates ever. And I think last year he basically missed the entire fantasy season. Would you say that there is no definitive defense to stop Mahomes? If you're the Jets, what defense would stop him? Definitive defense? Listen. If you want my real take, this is my real take. Mahomes is an otherworldly gifted athlete, right? He is unbelievable. A really fantastic athlete. And I think his ability to make off-platform throws and to avoid pressure is amazing, right? But, and here's the big but,
Oh, yeah, wow.
you can run on for a long time.
One sub to Snake.
Run on for a long time.
218.
Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, gonna shoot you down. He's gonna get hurt one of these days. Running around like that, you lose a step. You think you still can get away from these young guys on the edge? All it takes is one dude to clobber him. He's already gotten hurt too. Well, he had the hurt ankle, right? He had the hurt ankle. But for me, if I was a defense, whatever, he's going to make those passes anyway. Who the fuck cares? Send the house. Put someone in his fucking lap every time. He's going to make the passes anyway. Bring the house. Don't try and play fucking cover against Mahomes with time. Send it. And if I'm a coach, I'm telling my guys, listen, if you have to take a few extra steps and take a personal foul, put a helmet on them. I don't care. Bounty gate.
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Seahawks gonna be the real dark horse. Please ignore them and watch them be 8-0.
Seahawks? I think the Seahawks are gonna be fun. Will Sean Payton Neff? I don't know, man. I just think if someone's gonna run around that much, and leave the pocket, you gotta hurt him. You gotta smack him.
Yeah,
You at least have to put it in his head that he can't do that. He doesn't leave the pocket that much. You've never watched a Chiefs game in your life. What?
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from anyone.
Would you be down to do a weekly fantasy advice stream or something on Fair and Patreon? Love getting
Yeah, I could. I mean, people fucking hate football content. Listen, I'll say this. All that is like purely speculative. Mahomes is so the GOAT. He's on the Mount Rushmore of football right now. He literally is. He's on the Mount Rushmore of football, but he's on the Mount Rushmore of football in the current era, right? I will say this. If he played football in the 80s, a lot of coaches would be saying what I'm saying, where it's like, if you're going to run around in the backfield, if you're going to run around and make off-platform throws, kill this guy. If you're in a situation where you can split him in half, do it. I don't care. Take the 15 yards. But football is way different now. You can't touch a quarterback, so. Prediction on the Giants this season? Dude, the Giants had a magic season last year. They had a magic season. It's going to be hard for them to repeat that level of success, but I wouldn't buy puts on it. They might. You know, their coach just seems different. Their coach did a fucking hell of a job. I think Waller is going to be your big X factor. That tight end, if he goes nuts, if he's your red zone threat and he's just pulling down fades,
I'm a stud.
it's tough.
I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit from
Yeah.
anyone.
As a Lions fan, I am just huffing hopium lol.
No, it's not hopium. The Lions are good. The Lions are good. The stars have aligned. The Lions are going to be good. Not great, but good. Opinion on the NFL being softer. Listen, I think the NFL is doing what it has to do. It's protecting its athletes, which I'm all for. I am all for protecting your athletes, right? That is the up top statement. Listen, if you have to get rid of the kickoff, if you got to protect blah, 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 blah. But I do think to appease a lot of the old heads and to make the game, they should review penalties. They should review penalties more stringently. Because, dude, there have been so many times in these preseason games this year and in last season that something was a legitimate hit. Like a lot, dude, some of these roughing the passer calls are like, what? What? So I think I think after a penalty is called, they should have a period of time where they kind of
Let's go 6 month.
scrutinize it. If it's like an unnecessary roughness call or a roughing the passer call, because those have gotten out of control. Well, what do you think about the Bills? I think they're going to win their division. They should. Justin Fields, I think Justin Fields is going to do just fine. I think Justin Fields is going to do just fine. You said 2 minutes, 15 minutes ago. Well, people keep asking questions. I'm sorry. I got Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson on my team this year. Love Garrett Wilson in fantasy. Don't love Aaron Rodgers as much in fantasy. I think he's a solid upside QB. He's not like my go-to QB1. I think you need a guy who's going to move around and get you some rushing touchdowns. But whatever. Comeback player of the year, Breece Hall. That one's easy for me. I think Breece Hall is going to be a fucking monster if he stays healthy. Breece looked like he was going to be rookie of the year last year. Got hurt in like game 6. Breece is going to go nuts. Breece is like freaky.
Oh, yeah.
D Cologne 28. Thank you.
Tommy 28 gifted a tier 1 sub to Sturdy Door.
I could also see OBJ going nuts. ACL recoveries usually take 2 years to come back from. He's got Cook to work a lot of his downs. They can put him in on, second down on a pitch. Also, apparently, they've been working him outside as a wide receiver, which is fucking insane. If they give him the Joker position now, which is, I guess, a real thing in the NFL where you're listed as a wide receiver and a running back, the Atlanta Falcons made it formal. They literally listed someone in their Joker position. Breece Hall at a Joker position would be fucking, I would come. Okay. Yeah, Cordell Patterson. Here we go. I am moving on from football. I'm closing the book. Okay. Another thing I want to talk about. Got the labels for the hot sauce officially ordered. I still don't have a date. Don't ask when it's coming, but we have the labels done. Hot sauce is still moving. Next thing, Friday playlist. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very special Friday playlist. Because my birthday is coming up and I want to make a birthday playlist. So I am doing I am doing a rave in an abandoned church for my birthday. And I want to play a DJ set at my birthday, like 30-minute DJ set at my birthday. Only problem is I haven't DJ'd since college, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a YouTube video, and it's going to be called Will Neff Convinces His Friends He Can DJ. And the way that we're going to do this is on Friday, we are going to select songs that we think would be appropriate for like a church rave. And then all my DJs in the community, if you think you got the stuff, if you think you got the sauce, if you think you can put together a playlist and add some stuff like this.
You think black people... What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
If you think you can add some drops like that, put together a 30-minute set, we're going to have the community vote on them. And I think I'm going to give the top 3 sets like $200 each. All right? How's that sound? Is that good? Is $200 cool for putting together a set? Do we have any DJs in the 201? You have a deal? Done. $201. And
Yep, horrible game.
we'll throw something like that in. Okay. But yeah, try not to tell Twitter if you can. I think it'll be really fun. We'll do as voted on by the community so you don't feel like I have, fucked your mix over. I might overrule for one of them. I'm going to tell Carter. I'll let Carter submit too. $200 for a Spotify playlist? No. I want a pre-mixed DJ set. So let me explain again. Friday, we are going to be creating a list of songs, right? Like 100 songs that would be appropriate, okay? And maybe we put in some sound samples, right? Maybe we put in some things that would really set it apart in the set. Like something, something like, I don't know, something like this.
For an hour. What the? For an hour? What the?
Something like that. Or like, this drop in it would be incredible. Wait, where is it? Fuck. Something like this?
Then what the fuck is stopping us from just throwing ourselves off a bridge and giving up and saying, yeah, the planet is dying. The government hates us. The animals are leaving. The aliens aren't contacting us. We might be alone. It just might be you and me. But that's okay, because do you really need anyone else?
So we got to have some DJs in here and it's a 30-minute set, right? It's like 10 songs, 10 songs, put in a little drop there. You know what I mean? A little sound sample there, a little drop here. And then I will pretend that your work is mine and I will report back and see if I could convince anybody. Oh my God. Sorry. That was the longest burp of my life. Cook took me to a Korean place today, and I could tell by the sheer number of Korean grandmothers that I was about to eat more fermented food than my body could handle. And lo and behold, I ate probably 100 different fermented things, and it was delicious. But I've been going through it. Cook sucks. Yeah, that's my guy. Kimchi pickles, absolutely. All right. So those were the standing orders of business. Showed you my fantasy team, talked about the hot sauce and how it's still months and months away, so don't get your hopes up. And talked about the Friday playlist, which will be so that will happen. Today's Wednesday the 6th, 7th, 8th. That'll be on the 8th. You will have till like the 14th to put together the actual mix. But on this Friday, we're going to do the Will Neff birthday playlist where we select all the songs that our DJs will then mix. Okay? So the playlist is birthday party songs? No, birthday party songs. Birthday party songs, dude. Yeah, it's just a fucking hour of this shit. Where is this? Oh God, where's the Jack Black SNL birthday song? They don't have this online? What? How do they not have this online? YouTube, you're fucking slipping, bro. Here it is. I had to go find it on Daily Motion. Huh?
Following is a page.
Just a fucking hour of this shit right here.
Slipping through the mist of time.
It's not going to be just birthday songs. It's going to be songs that you think are appropriate to play at my church birthday rave. Because it's going to be in an abandoned church, apparently. Oh! And one mess. Anonymous. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's a lot of juice.
Thank you for the great streams every night. I found this cool channel in my recommended earlier today. It is called Marble Music. Maybe you will also find this as cool as I did. This is one of their shorts.
This is fake, by the way. I know, but I'm vibing. Loved that. I loved that. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I know why you're all here tonight. Okay. Some of you are for my hole. Yes. But the rest are here for a film class.
Oh yeah, wow, that's for
Send nudes. Thank you so much.
30 months of fucking dads.
And we're going to watch a movie and then we're going to watch an episode of Survivor, right? Easy come, easy go. We're going to watch one of our most requested movies of all time tonight. And it's one that I have put off in various different forms, one way or the other, for a while now. But it's time. And even though we've watched other films from these directors, 3, I believe, this is a uniquely wonderful film. And there's a lot to teach. The film tonight is the 2007 Academy Award-winning crime drama, No Country for Old Men. We are finally watching No Country. It's time for Javier Bardem and his sugar. What's the most you've ever stood to lose? On the flip of a coin. Called it. This is a great movie, guys. This is a fantastic movie. I can't say enough nice things about this film. And if you haven't seen it, one's in chat if you haven't seen this movie yet. It's going to be a ride. It's going to be a ride. Wow. A lot of people haven't seen this movie. Okay, so here's the deal. Tonight, we're going to be watching this movie with the Amazon Prime Watch Party function, all right? So that means if you do not have Prime and you do not live in the same region I do, being the United States, please be ready to use an alternative to watch this movie with us. What are those alternatives? One, the Discord. My mods are going to spam a link right now. If you haven't joined the Discord, our Discord is incredible. Haas, No Rain, and Naisu work tirelessly. Just to name a few, there are many more that are constantly making things in the Discord, constantly working their asses off. Unsung heroes. And the Discord is great. We watch sports, we watch movies, we watch all kinds of things. And on Wednesday, the Discord becomes a place for mirror viewings of the movie. So if you are in Canada right now, I'm talking to you. If you're in Mexico right now, I'm talking to you. If you are in the EU right now, I'm talking to you. Make sure it's available for you, because if it's not, you're going to go, well, the movie's not available. I can't watch this movie. And I'm telling you, you can. All right? I'm telling you, you can. Join the Discord. Now, if you don't want to join the Discord, if you go, hey, Will, go fuck yourself, my mods will find an alternative link for you as well. This is an older film. There's going to be legal alternative viewing links out there that you're going to be able to use to watch a legal version of the film along with us. Now, that's never perfect. You're going to have to use a clock that I put up, and ultimately I lose interest in the clock, and I don't really care, and I will probably have the timer off by a few seconds. So, whatever. You get what you get. Beyond this, I don't control your watch party if you're watching with us. I don't. And no matter how many times I say this, I don't control your subtitles. I don't control your volume. Okay. Anyway, we have a brief set of rules. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because we're a little bit behind. Brief set of rules, 3 minutes. If you haven't seen this before, stick around, watch this. It's a tradition around these parts, okay? To watch this video. It's a tradition around these parts. Now, if you have seen these rules, you have 3 minutes only to get comfortable. Grab a blanket, grab a snack, change your clothes, turn the lights off. For some of you, smoke a bowl. There, I said it out loud. I know what you do with your free time. That's fine. I'm not judging. Do all the things you need to do to get ready to watch this movie. Okay? All right, 3 minutes starting now. See you then.
It's a groovy time for a movie time. So grab your gap and grab a seat. But don't forget to get something to eat. Delicious meat and nutritious meat.
You can't beat my meat for a special treat. Sucking on me is really neat.
Don't be a jerk and don't be a fool. Be a good neighbor and follow these rules. What are these rules? Remember to keep your shoes on at all times. Don't pull your penis out unless you really need to. Indecent exposure is a class 2 felony.
Ha! That's right. I'm going to tear your fucking wife in half. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am starting almost right on time, 5 minutes late. Look at me. And there's over 5,000 of you. Whoopee, yay. This is so fun. We have a good movie. We got good people. This is going to be great. Now, there are a few things I need to do to prepare for this movie. First of which, sorry guys, I'm turning the alerts off. The alerts are off. Now I'm turning my desktop audio off. Desktop audio is off. Okay. So save your donations, all other shit like that till after the fucking movie. Don't do it during the movie. Don't do it. Right? Next thing, let's pull up this fucking clock. All right. I got the fucking clock. 32 seconds. 30 seconds. Perfect. Okay. Now, let's see if I can do this. Come on, William. Come on, William. You can do this, kid. Fuck. Yes! I'm God! Okay. You will have a clock on screen when the movie starts. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's that motherfucking time again. Pull your fucking socks up because it's goddamn movie time. All right. Are you in the Discord? Good. Do you have an alternative viewing link that is legal? Good. Without further ado, here's the 2007 crime drama from the Coen brothers. No Country for Old Men. Call it. Okay, I'm going to line the clock up. Hold on. Wait for it. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Perfect. Nailed the timer. Timer was fucking nailed. Okay, I'm going to pull the timer back up in a second. Hold on. My watch party always crashes once. This is tradition. There we go. Boom. Yes, I did it. That opening monologue is so good because it's like, yes, it's like, dude, it's like about nothing, but at the same time, it's so good. Javier Bardem is so good in this movie. It's disgusting. What a fucking psychopath. Thank you for the 12 months. Damn, we got a lot of people watching No Country, man. This is sick. Some kind of oxygen tank for emphysema. Yeah, if you're not into violence, you probably shouldn't watch this movie, BTW. But I think by now, everybody's in film class knows we watch fucked up shit. He just gave him the vaccine. Good down punch. Thank you. Winged him. This guy looks inevitable. Yeah. Ethan Hawke? This is not Ethan Hawke. No. Justin Brolin. First movie night. Cool. I'm glad you're here. You picked a good one. Damn. I love how this movie gets right fucking into it. I love how there's like 30 dead people. There's one dead dog, and chat is like, no, God, please. For those of you who don't habla español, that's water. He would like some water. Oh, damn. Lobos. Wolves. He did. This man is a walking arsenal now. Oh! Yep. Mm-hmm. Watch parties are so much better now. Yeah, the watch party team has really been working their ass off. They're great. I just store this SMG underneath my trailer. Full of money. America. I love his just little affirmations of nothing. All right. Yep. Okay. This guy, there's no line in him. Agua. There's so much unreal nonverbal storytelling in this fucking movie. Oh shit. Oh god, oh shit, oh shit. Clutch time. I love that fucking sequence. The dog coming in the water so slow and imminent. And him just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. He's a combative man. Yes. Yes. One of the best scenes of all time. Straight up and down. You want to talk about acting scenes? You want to talk about scenes that carry on their acting strength? That's top 10 scene right there. Both sides of that. Yes, it is. Damn. Ha. You say so. This cast is insane. This cast is madness. This movie is madness. It's one of the greats. I've been waiting to watch this one. I know this truck. That's a dead dog. Everybody comments on the dog. It's so funny. Dialogue in this movie is so fucking good, dude. Coen Brothers, they're so good at, like, as I say, they make like white trash Shakespearean drama. Like it's like if you're watching King Lear played out by people who live in trailers. It's insane. This dude just makes himself at home. Just have some milk. What a shot. This woman. This woman. Saved by a toilet. Ice cream sandwich time! Astros, don't worry about it at all, baby. Ha. 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 Same shot. We'll get together, have a few laughs. Ha! Oof. Ouchie. Some kind of a jackpot. Bad luck to kill a seabird. One no bullet. I don't either. He's so good in this. Double aught. The kind with the most polls. It's got 2 double beds. Oh. Dink donk. The fucking map of the rooms. Eco, thank you. Holy fuck. My man came loaded for bear. No shoes. Fucking claw games. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo! What a fucking sequence, man. Here we go, a little background. There he goes. Colossal goat fuck. Misty Blue. So for those of you who don't know, a lot of buildings will take out the 13th floor because of superstition. Howdy. I love his self-affirmations. Oh no. Meowdy. Jesus Christ. Those old trucks will run through damn near anything. Hi, officer. This blood was here when I got here. Brian? There's always a Brian. Has no idea how much danger he's in. Let me use the bathroom, gang. I'll be right back. Yep. Damn. Ta. True. Some bad people. Not these comers. Not these comers. I don't know. I don't know. He's hacking. Hmm. Jesus Christ. Uh, nice. Huh? No, sir. I got the cancer. Uh, ha. Nope. I got the cancer. I need to hit my vape. Who the fuck is Charlie Walzer? Oh, I love this guy. Feels bad, man. Mm-hmm. One of the most interesting decisions in filmmaking history. We're going to talk about that. You missed it? Well, you didn't. Main character's dead. Ha. Mm-hmm. Ha. Mm. She got the cancer. Dignacious D, I fucking hate this. Interesting take. We'll talk about it. Jesus Christ. Whoa. I'm going to let the credits play on this for a second. When I come back, we're going to talk about it. 30 seconds. All right. It's time for the film part of film class, or the class part of film class. Fuck. Call it. I'm going to end the watch party. Ladies and gentlemen, you just watched one of my favorite films that I would say is one of my least favorite to watch. And that's a very interesting kind of juxtaposition, right? I think everybody has movies like this, where there are movies that they just are so powerful and cathartic and intense and amazing. But when you get done, you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ. What did I just watch, man? What did I just watch? And No Country is like that. I think No Country is, if you watch Coen Brothers movies on a continuum, yeah, you get ads right after a watch party, guys, because I disable ads during the watch party. So it runs ads right afterward. If you watch Coen Brothers movies on a continuum, it's really interesting to see where No Country kind of falls on that timeline. Because I think it's kind of like there's so many movies that led to No Country and then developing their style to the point where it was in 2007. Obviously, you have so many bits and pieces from other films, right? You kind of have like this really interesting twang that's like very present in Raising Arizona. You have a lot of Fargo. You have some Blood Simple in there. And it's kind of like all of those films spliced together into like almost what I would call like a crystal meth version of a Coen Brothers film. No Country just feels like a film that has been like stripped to the bone in terms of like there is Merked, thank you so much. There's no hand holding. There is no music for the entirety of the film. There is no music for the entirety of the film. And there is almost no consideration for like, let's make the audience comfortable. From literally the first scene in this movie, you are like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the fuck is going on? No Country, I think, if you want to make a top 10 list, I would put it up there with the most stressful movies of all time. It is an absolute pressure cooker. It is just a movie that the entire time, the soundlessness of the film almost matches the behavior of the viewer, because you literally are almost holding your breath for like large stretches of that movie. The entire scene in both different hotels, you're like, and there's just so many impending doom scenes. When the wife is talking to Sugar, when Woody is talking to Sugar, when the owner of the gas station is talking to Sugar, it's almost like they are stopping in with death. You are just like, oh my God. And I think in a lot of ways, it's always interesting. A lot of people ask if Sugar is crazy, right? But a lot of people also say Sugar he's not crazy. He's not crazy. But the word they never use is he's evil. He's just evil incarnate. He is just merciless. Absolutely, purely merciless. With one of the strangest moral codes you'll ever find in a guy. He's like a true lawful evil. And it's really, he is just such a haunting character. From that first frame where he's on the ground strangling that police officer and his eyes are just bugging out of his head, you know that this is pound for pound, dollar for dollar, one of the baddest motherfuckers ever to grace film. I'd put him up there with Hannibal Lecter. He's just death incarnate. It's interesting to talk about Raising Arizona because Raising Arizona has a character very similar to Sugar, if you really think about it. The biker, the dark rider, who in his wake death follows. But that character is much more kind of a comedic interpretation of these characters that the Coen brothers have that are essentially like they're just death. They are just the pale horse. And I can't say enough about Javier Bardem's portrayal of Sugar. It is one of the most perfect antagonists ever. And opposite him, or at least what you think is opposite him, you have another great performance. You have Josh Brolin. Brolin plays a guy that you, the viewer, having seen so many movies like this, if you've never seen this movie, in your soul, you just know he's going to get the upper hand on Sugar, right? You just know he's going to get the upper hand on Sugar. Wrong. And not only do the Coen brothers fuck you up the ass by killing the guy you're rooting for, they do it off camera. Oh my God. What a decision. What a decision by these filmmakers, just to show you how needless and ruthless this violence is. I don't know. I think a lot of you were so shocked by it that you couldn't even tell what the fuck was going on. But Josh Brolin lets his guard down for 1 second in that movie. In the entirety of the movie, he is locked in. He is absolutely locked in on his goals. He is absolutely dialed in. He is there for the fight. And they show you he made one mistake. He had a beer with a chick, and it cost him his fucking life. And they showed you how unsanctimonious it was by not even showing the fight he put up, by barely even showing his corpse. He's just fucking dead. He's just fucking dead. And it's like, oh my God. It's so bleak. When Kelly MacDonald has the conversation with Sugar at the end, and you, the viewer, is going, surely he lets her go. There's no way they'll kill the fresh-faced, beautiful woman who hasn't done anything wrong. And then he checks the bottoms of his boots for blood because he's like wiping dog shit off of his boots. Oh my God. There are movies that attempt to show the horror of violence. Rarely, if ever, do I feel an emptiness in my body, a horror in my soul, the way I do when I watch No Country. It is a type of horror that you don't actually get in a lot of horror films. It is a psychological, grating horror that will stay with you. And it will create a fear in you that is way more real than checking under your bed for the boogeyman. Because Anton Sugar, in that closet with his fucking cattle assassination air gun is one of the most lasting images. It reminds me of Dracula, the 1950s Dracula, when they show Renfield in the hole of the hold of the Demeter, looking up with his eyes just bleak. Him in that closet is like, you're so terrified for Tommy Lee Jones. You're like, please. And it's all over some money. And, again, going back to Fargo, that conversation with Frances McDermott, and it's all over a little bit of money, and it's a beautiful day. Incredible. Ed Tom Bell, the sheriff at the end, that monologue he gives about the mortality of his father and how he's outlived his father, and how even though he is retired, he is carrying with him this dread, this existential dread. My God. This is a movie that a lot of people have done a lot of really good video essays on. I won't wax too poetic because I think there are some people that probably have more concrete readings and investigations on the actual meanings of everything. Obviously, this is based on a book. And if you want to read the book is not exactly the same, but it is a very good companion piece. If you feel as moved by this film as I do, it's worth investigating. And there are a lot of people who compare the book and draw meaning from the book. Please elaborate more on the ending monologue. That's what I would say. I can give you my interpretation of the ending monologue. I'm sure there are a lot of people who have much better interpretations of that. But obviously, I think it's Ed Tom Bell who has basically touched the void, right? In a very Nietzsche fashion. Be careful when you fight monsters, lest you become one yourself. I think he has glimpsed pure evil, and now he is retiring, and he has the conversation with, I think, the last monologue and the conversation he has with the retired police chief who was shot in the spine. They're companion monologues, right? Obviously, he's kind of asking that police chief, or his uncle, his uncle, whether or not he should seek vengeance, right? Because he asks if that guy, his uncle, would have gone and sought vengeance had his assailant been let go of from jail. And his response is no. You know what I mean? This ain't no country for old men. You lose time and you lose more time. And ultimately, what do you gain when you tangle with this kind of evil? And I think he dissuades Tommy Lee Jones from pursuing the issue anymore with Anton Chigurh. And ultimately, at the end, you see Ed Tom Bell retired, and he's talking about his father. And now his father would be waiting for him in death. So it's a fascinating film. And I think if you have questions, that's good. Watch the film more times. Watch it again. Give it another viewing if you can stomach it. If you're still questing for answers, there are people who have put tons of time waxing poetic and expressing their every thought and researched point about No Country, because it is a movie that has inspired filmmakers and essayists and critics alike. And there are a lot of people who have said much better things about this film that, unfortunately, than I will ever say. But one thing I will tell you is there are a lot of scenes in this film that you can study about building tension. I think, as I said, while it happened, I kind of mentioned it because I wanted you to earmark it in your mind. That scene in the gas station in the first 20 minutes of the movie is maybe the most tense scene in the entire film. And unlike the rest of the film, which has unbelievable depictions of graphic violence, like some of the best ever, there is no violence. It's just a conversation between two men. But you know what he's putting up without ever saying it. You've been putting it up your entire life. What's the most you've ever stood to lose? on a coin toss. Call it. Incredible. Fucking credible. Just the absolute unabashed callousness from Anton as he talks to that gas station owner. Just almost like a subhuman kind of retort to this man who's giving him nothing but decency. It's like a shocking feeling. Gene Jones is the actor opposite Javier Bardem in that scene. And I'll tell you this, Javier Bardem gets so much credit for this film in that scene. Gene Jones does an incredible job. It is such an amazing, like obviously it's great to be the bad guy, right? But Gene Jones needs to play off that, and you see that turn, and you could almost pinpoint the moment where he's like, I think this guy is going to kill me. And it's just, amazing. The other guy who has a scene like that, obviously a bigger name, Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson, the subtlety of that scene, the tiny beads of sweat, the very slow resignment. Talk about a scene. Talk about a well-acted film. I mean, the cast of this film is phenomenal. You'll notice a lot of other supporting actors and actresses that, like, at this time really hadn't had big roles yet, but went on to have some very insane roles. Notably, Stephen Root, who you all rightly targeted as it's my Steepler. Can I please have my Steepler? And who went on to be a leading role in a little known show called Barry. Also, Caleb Landry Jones as one of the little boys who kept saying, you got a bone sticking out of your arm, has gone on to have a great career. And Tess Harper is Jesse's mother from Breaking Bad, and she does a great job in this. But yeah, I can't say enough nice things about this movie. The first time I watched this, again, if it was your first time watching it, let me know and tell me what you thought. Give it a score out of 10. But the first time I watched this movie, I knew I was watching something profound. I knew I was watching something unbelievably good, right? But I will agree with a lot of the people who are given 8s and 7s your first time watching it. Because I'll be honest, it took me a while to realize how incredible this movie is. And I'll tell you why. I was a younger person. And I think I was so conditioned by Hollywood and video game storytelling and Hollywood storytelling that off-screen death of the false protagonist, Josh Brolin, because Ed Tom Bell kind of ends up being the main protagonist. But Josh Brolin dying off-screen in that scene was so bitter for me. It pissed me off, man. I went, Coen brothers, what the fuck? But I'll be honest. If Josh Brolin wins that fight, and Javier Bardem is just another dead bad guy, it's not the same movie. It's not a movie that will haunt you. This movie will haunt you. And sometimes art is not made to make you feel good. Art is meant to evoke a feeling. And the point of this film is not to make the viewer happy or content or optimistic. It is meant to chill you to your core. It is meant to destroy your comfort and leave you haunted. And I think it accomplishes just that. So it's a very powerful film. If you liked this film and you haven't watched Coen Brothers' other movies, their works are just incredible. In this film class, we have watched Raising Arizona, Fargo, No Country for Old Men, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? They are by far our most viewed directors in this class. And I gotta be honest, pound for pound, dollar for dollar, they might be my favorite directors ever. They're profound, man, and they have range. They really do. You can find yourself absolutely cracking up watching The Big Lebowski. You can find yourself on board for a jaunty, exciting, fun, whimsical adventure with Oh Brother, or you can find yourself scared to piss with No Country, and then everything in between. They're really incredible filmmakers with range, and if I was going to show a bunch of movies from anybody, it'd be the Coen Brothers. Obviously, I wanted to show No Country much earlier because I think it's such an important movie. And I think you can watch scenes like the gas station scene and really improve yourself as a filmmaker and an artist so dramatically by watching how they build tension in that scene, as opposed to how the industry kind of typically does it, right? There's no big sound hits. There's no grating, throbbing, it's silence. A wrapper crumpled and uncrumpling. How unnerving is just that fucking wrapper, right? Incredible. Anyway, now almost 6,000 of you have survived not only the film, but the film class. Look at you. Wow, look at you guys. Look at the big brain on Brad. So I'm really proud of you. This is one of the more dense things I do every week, and obviously it is not for everybody. I lose a lot of viewers every week when I do this, but it's always nice to see when a film speaks to a larger audience. 6,000 of you hanging out and watching a movie that dense is enormously impressive. I'm turning my alerts back on now, guys, because the film portion of the class is over. But thanks for sticking around. And hey, was this anybody's first film night tonight? Guys, was this anybody's first film class? One's in chat if it's your first one. Wow. Okay, so we had a lot of first timers. That's really cool.
Wow.
Thanks so much, Plague Rat. So this is the first piece of content that I really started doing on Twitch. I did this when I had 14 viewers. I say this every week, but it's something that we've really grown to love here in this community, and we take it very seriously. Well, at least I do. There were a lot of people asking to show whole during a lot of those scenes. I saw you. But we take it pretty seriously. If you enjoyed yourself... thank you, Small Fox. If you enjoyed yourself, we do this almost every week, barring me doing something else or having to work or blah, 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 blah. But essentially, 3 out of 4 weeks, I will be here and I will do a film class where we watch a movie and then we discuss it at length. And if you have any interest in film or learning about the filmmaking process or asking about film in general, every Wednesday, at around 7 or 8 p.m., we watch a movie. So if you feel like coming back, please do. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was film night.
Speaking of pain, have
Sure.
you seen The Road with Viggo Mortensen? It's the most despairing film I've watched. It's based off another book by Cormac McCarthy.
Yep.
Also, it's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I not only have watched The Road, I've read The Road. I read The Road in school. The Road is very, very good, and it's very, very bleak. I really like the movie. I will be honest, it's hard to mention it in the same sentence as No
One of my
Country.
favorite films. Also, ban appeals soon. Eyes, I may or may not be invested after accidentally submitting a song with Tiz a few Fridays ago.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Sure, we can do ban appeals. I didn't know we had that many people banned, but we can do ban appeals.
Cool.
247
Thank you so much for those gifted subs. Yeah, I would just never mention the road in the same sentence as No Country.
Sicario? Both movies claps cheeks hard.
No, we haven't done Sicario. Sicario's great though. I really like Sicario.
My streamer Webby7.
Sicario is like it's like a really great drug action movie that's also a mystery. I honestly think the mystery is what carries Sicario. And obviously, I mean, Dennis has gone on to have quite the fucking career with Arrival, Dune, and Blade Runner, and soon to be Dune Part 2. So obviously he was on to something there. That might be an interesting film to watch for sure. Someone said No Country for Old Men, ? Yes, we have watched it here in film class previously. Mr. Neff, please what? What about the Joker? Is that a possibility? Yeah, I think the Joker would be interesting. Pusher 3, never gonna happen.
Oh, yeah, wow,
I've literally told you it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
One sub to note Sumaya.
You can stop asking. It's never happening. Sag, go watch it on your own. Go watch. It's incredibly brutal. I have to give fucking trigger warnings about like R-rated movies. You want to watch a movie where a guy literally strings up a corpse and disembowels it for 30 minutes? No, we're not doing it. I'm sorry. We're not doing it. It's not that great a movie either. It's okay. It's like an 8 out of 10. If you want to go watch Pusher 3, go watch it on your own, please.
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy.
Yes.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
Can we rewatch previous film classes in VODs? This is only my second live one.
I don't know. I think they are out there. Mr. Neff, I turned yesterday during Survivor and it was a blast. Yeah, we're going to be watching Survivor in like 10 minutes. I'm just kind of warming up to him. Have you done Interstellar? Interstellar is an interesting one. I would consider it. Yeah.
Same feeling of Natural Born Killers. Would be an interesting watch as well.
No, I totally disagree with that statement. It's not the same feeling as Natural Born Killers at all. Not even slightly. Natural Born Killers is much more a commentary on violence and pop culture, and is much more of like almost like an acid wash, psychedelic, ultra violent film where like the people committing the violence are the protagonists. Unless you don't really have a pulse, you'll probably relate with Woody and his girl in that movie. I would say that you couldn't pick a more different movie from No Country for Old Men than Natural Born Killers. Other than that, they're both incredibly violent.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
Any chance we could watch City of God again? It was an early watch party movie. I feel like it was good to revisit.
I'm a stud. I'm
possibly.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
I've been thinking about burning every day since we watched. Thanks for movie nights.
Told you you'd like that one. City of God is fire. City of God is fire. But I don't think it was really that early. I think we had a few hundred people in there for City of God. City of God is one of my favorite movies, like easily. City of God clears. The one I really want to rewatch is Fallen Angels, just because we literally had 14 people in that watch party. Or Fallen Angels, sorry, not City of Angels, Fallen Angels. I got fucking brain rot. There Will Be Blood. Yes, we've watched it. my guy. We literally have guys. Hey, I'll do you a favor. We have a spreadsheet of every movie we've ever watched, and it's been being spammed in the Discord or in the chat. Just click that, and you can see the 150 movies we've watched. Doormat, thank you so much. Sling Blade?
Oh, that's very cool.
Sling Blade. I mean,
I'm a stud. I'm ballsy. I don't take no shit.
Sling Blade.
Best film class and where I became part of the community 100% was Whiplash. It hit me in my soul.
Yep, that's a great movie. There Will Be Blood. Don't get the message wrong. That movie's incredible, and it was one of my favorite film nights by far. So let me just say that. Sling Blade, it's a good movie. I just don't know what I would use it to teach. And honestly, I'll be real. Like, I'll pull back the curtain here a little bit for a second. Film class is a careful balance between picking movies that are really good and movies that chat could handle. And obviously, I don't.
They have given 467.
Thank you so much.
Subs in the
That's
chat.
a lot of gifted subs. And I'll just be honest, I don't know if I really feel like navigating the territory of like the interesting commentary that will come out around Billy Bob Thornton playing a mentally handicapped man. I'll be totally upfront. I don't know if I feel like hurting those sheep over a movie that I think is just okay. Stand By Me. Stand By Me is incredible. I'd show Stand By Me. I saw Climax in the Letterboxd and immediately thought of Enter the Void.
Can we watch Bro? Chat would love it at Wilneff.
Can we watch what? What did they say? So Climax is an interesting story because I love that movie and Jinro. I love Climax, right? It's one of my favorite movies. And Jinro the Wolf Brigade? No. There's nothing to teach in that film. It's like a decent anime movie. I'll be real with you. It's like a good movie. It's not like Criterion at all.
Wow, that's very cool.
So let me finish the thought, guys. I really like Climax. It's one of my favorite film night stories. Actually, I was watching Climax on a film night, and I got it was during, I think, the elections, and I got like a 30,000 person raid from Hassan. And 30,000 people came into Climax like 20 minutes into the film and literally were like screaming for help. I've never traumatized so many people at once. Chinatown, already watched it. I've never traumatized so many people in one sitting. So it's a very interesting film night for me, and I think it's a movie that you absolutely should watch. But I'll be honest, Enter the Void always gets mentioned in the same breath because they're both films by Gaspar Noé. I'll be honest, I do not think Enter the Void is a great movie. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a very visually interesting movie. But I think Gaspar Noé at that point is like kind of still finding his style. And then in Climax, it becomes like a fully realized, beautiful, amazing, like outrageously good cerebral horror film. I think a lot of people watch Enter the Void and they are in from Jump Street.
Edgar Wright stuff.
We've watched a few Edgar Wright films. Love Edgar Wright. I think he's one of the best comedic editors in the world. I think probably the best comedic editor of all time. All right, seizure warning. Look away from your screen for the next 30 seconds if you don't want to have a fucking seizure and that's your shit. I think a lot of people get into Enter the Void, particularly for this intro credit sequence. I think this sequence, like, it sets a tone in this movie, and this credit sequence has actually been emulated like 100 times since it came out. So I'll give you like 30 seconds of this.
Any advice on should be stepmom or have oldest brother with child siblings? She hates their presence and that has always hated that kind of treatment towards kids until now.
Anyway, Yeah, so this is like an iconic intro sequence, and then Enter the Void is like a long acid wash psychedelic meditation of the Tibetan Book of the Dead and what the afterlife is like. But I mean, it's a very interesting film. It's a very ambient film. I'd be interested to see how people react to it in film class, though. I don't know.
Oh yeah, wow, that's very cool.
At Will Neff, have you seen the new Ghibli movie teaser?
No, I have not. Someone asked about a shitty stepmom. I have no advice. I've never had a shitty stepmom. I'm sorry. That's one thing that I cannot advise on at all. After Sun was good. I thought it was okay. I liked it. I understood the hype. It's not a film that really got me hard. But it was good. It was definitely worth a watch. I think for a certain demographic of people, it will really strike a nerve. In the Mood for Love, I mean, Wong Kar-wai is my shit, man. That's my fucking guy. All right. We're done. I reach a point where people just start putting movie names and question marks, and that's when I realize I've asked enough, I answered enough film questions. Okay. Let's watch Survivor. Do we have the Haas man in here with the link? I can pull it up myself. I'm not that lazy. Thank you, Haas. You're the fucking man. I was literally about to go to our conversation to find it, but you're there. What episode are we on? We watched 10, 11, 12 last night. We're on 13, right? Great. Okay, so yeah, I mean, for future film classes, I will say this. I love talking about movies. I love the Old Boy questions because I love Old Boy, and that's a tremendous film. But I'm much more likely to answer questions that are like, what do you think of this person's style in this movie? And is it like this? And would you recommend this for this? And, you know, some questions, a little bit more meat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, skip 13, Monka W. Oh, okay. What's the interpretation of Anton's ending or the Sugar ending? I think basically he got fucked by fate, right? He's a big believer in fate. He's a big believer in chance, and he was going into a 50-50 intersection, and he got fucked by fate. And he gives a very specific quote earlier on to Woody Harrelson, what good is a life code if it got you here? Right? And bada bing, bada boom, there he is. No money, no hope, broken arm, in deep shit trouble. And in the same way that Brolin is killed off screen, I think you can assume that he might not make it out of that scrape.